welcome back to yet another Lou's Pit Lane review. All the Saturdays finished, and let's go through how all the teams got on. We start here at the Chris Stockton's team, the Powermax Racing team. Qualified P29 and actually had a very good day considering their bad luck that they've had at the start of this season. They did all the practice 1, did all the practice 2 and did all the qualifying, so it's a good start to the weekend for that team. Now we're outside the Rotec Racing garage with Rob Holland as the driver, qualified P23rd. So things looking good for a for a top 20 finish in race 1. Here outside Lee Wood's garage, had a bit of a collision with Simon Belcher during qualifying, and that kind of damaged the front left hand of his car. But in the end, then we qualified P18, so looking good for some points. Now we're outside the Laser Tools Racing garage of Aidan Moffat, number 16. He qualified P20, so things looking good to try and see whether he can push for points. Now we're outside a very busy Proton garage with Ollie Jackson and Dan Welsh. They qualified 27th, Dan Welsh, and Ollie Jackson's P30 for tomorrow's race. But the team hard at work to try and sort out the problems because they were a bit off the pace, a bit further away than the pace than normal. So now we're outside Dave Newsham's garage, Dave Newsham number 17. He qualified P14, and he was pretty pleased. He said he was disappointed though that he threw away practice 2 trying to do something that he didn't know whether it worked. Turned out it didn't. We're now outside the United Autosports garage with James Cole and Glyn Geddy, the 2 drivers. James Cole, P25. He looks like he might get a top 20 finish by the end of race 1. And Glyn Geddy top 15th on the grid for race 1 tomorrow. That looks like he's in a strong position for some points. Now we're outside Rob Austin Racing. Rob and Hunter Abbott, who got married over the break. Hunter came 26th, Rob Austin 13th, and as many of you may remember, that was his number for last season before he changed it to 101. Now we're outside that's Speedworks, and Tom Ingram 6th on the grid, very good for Tom Ingram, and Simon Belcher 28th. Now we're outside the Team BMR garages. This weekend, the first weekend that Warren Scott and Jack Goff will be running the Passat CCs instead of their Vauxhall Insignias. It was a good start for Jack Goff, 2nd in first practice, 5th in the second, and 10th in qualifying. Warren Scott was 17th. Now we're outside the other half of the garage of Aaron Smith and Alain Menu. Aaron Smith 7th on the grid and Alain 5th. So good qualifying for all of the Passats. Now we're outside the Wicks garage with Adam Morgan, the driver. Wicks celebrating 75 years, which means they've now got vintage signals, and Adam Morgan will be running P75. Here is the man, Adam Morgan.
How are we doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you, Adam?
All right, thank you. I'm about to go for a photo shoot, unfortunately.
Just very quickly, PA, were you happy with that?
Yeah, very. We were holding P6, and I think in the last couple of minutes we were pipped by 2 people. But P8's a good starting position for us, so 3 strong races hopefully, and some good points in the bag.
Okay, thanks very much, Adam. There you go. Very pleased, Adam Morgan, with P8. Now we're outside the Krabby's garage of Jack Clark. Jack Clark qualified P21, so it looks like it's going to be it might be a top 20 finish for him. Now we're outside the Airways team with Fabrizio Giovanardi and Matt Jackson. Fabrizio down 24th, so it's interesting to see how he makes his way through the grid. And we've also got Matt Jackson running 9th on the grid. So good strong qualifying for Matt Jackson. Now we're outside Persec Racing with Martin Depper. He qualified P22 on the grid, which means it's looking like it might be a top 20 after race 1. However, Andrew Jordan didn't quite suffer the same good luck. He kind of knocked himself unconscious in free practice 1. It was nothing major, just minor. So that means he wasn't allowed to qualify, which means he starts P31, and people are still questioning whether he will be allowed to race tomorrow. But even if he is, his race weekend kind of ruined already, starting right from the back for race 1. Now we're outside the eBay garage, eBay Motors here. Colin Turkington did very well in qualifying P2 on the grid with maximum ballast, which was a very good result. Then you got Rob Collard 19th, had a spin and sort of struggled to go quicker. Nick Foster as well, P16, about a second, he said, quicker than last year. Shows the amount of improvements he is making in his BMW.
Right.
Yeah, good, thanks.
Cool.
Now outside Mark Hines' garage for Quantel Biffold. 11th for Mark Hines. Looks like he might be able to break into the top 10 by the end of race 1. We've now outside the 2 Honda garages. We got the Gordon Shedden in 4th, who was given... Matt Neal in 4th, and Matt Neal was giving Gordon Shedden a good tow throughout all of qualifying, but unfortunately it didn't quite work because Shedden now is in 12th on the grid. And finally we're outside the MG garage. We've got pole position for Jason Plato and Sam Tordov third. He was running second for so long, but then just got pipped to the post by Colin Turkington, who I forgot to mention got married also, like Hunter Abbott, and Andrew Jordan as well. Him and his partner is expecting a child, so a lot of love-related stuff going on at the break. But that's it for Saturday. Please tune in for the next one that we'll be doing at Knock Hill.